Okay, we got to some of the earnings report to the market last week. The first we look at today is United Capital. They brought in fantastic audited report. They are just building on it. Maybe one of these days, if you will come, we'll talk to Peter Ashade. He's supposed to be my friend anyway, but we have not spoken for a while. Our turnover grew by 35.02%. Profit also grew by 39.19%. Okay, and then the earning per share moved from 28 kobo to 38 kobo. PE ratio of 34.43 at first quarter. For you to get the probable performance well stated, you have to analyze this. Earnings yield is 2.90%. That earnings yield is actually somewhat low. Okay,
because
but the profit
it was
margin
for quarter one.
But profit margin is actually very, very impressive, 51.81%. Okay, the result looks good, quite well. But if we analyze this report, I don't know to see what it will look like. The earning per share might come to something in the region of 152 kobo, whereas audited 2021 was 188 kobo. PE ratio will come to about 8.6. Will you still say that this report is good?
Well, I will still say the report is good because this is just quarter one, for the fact that we've seen a growth of 39% for quarter one, and we just see that it's just 19% that analyze of 152 that you say just 19% of what they did for quarter four. I believe that the next 3 quarters is just enough for them to erase that 90%. I will grow on it.
Okay, if that is what you believe, let's look at it from this end. Is there a possibility that UCAP will perform better than it did in 2021, that is, in dividend payout?
If that is their dividend payout policy and they continue in this trajectory, why not? They can make more than 188 kobo for quarter four in 2022.
When this result came to the market, how did you guys in the market respond to it? Because from what I can see here, the price is actually coming down.
Yes.
As at Friday, it lost 0.4%. And then looking at, it lost 0.4% on Friday. It lost 4% on Thursday. And then again 0.7% on Wednesday of last week. But looking at the position of the indicators, it might still shed some point.
You know what? When the result was released to the market, a number of people thought that 152 kobo was quarter one earnings and not annualized. So the market took it and responded to that in that fashion, and they drove the price to 14.15 kobo. It was when it dawned on most of the investors that it's analyzed that what they actually did was 38 kobo for the quarter. The rush to exit was what forced it to what is traded now.
Okay, we move, but what's now your opinion about UCAP Bible?
At this price, I think it's Bible, not in wait for quarter two, not in wait for quarter three, if you are taking position for year end.
Right. But my suggestion would be, well, if you are taking position for year end, that means you are relatively a medium term holder. But what about for short-term investors?
We might not see a volatility in it because since markdown, it has been trading within this 13 naira, 30 kobo, 13 naira, 40 kobo.
We move straight to Living Trust Mortgage Bank PLC. In this company, for their unaudited report for the first quarter 2022, there was a growth of 99.63% in turnover. And then the bottom line grew by 145.12%. Earning per share grew from 2 kobo to 5 kobo. The price at 1.24 kobo. P ratio 25.09. Earnings yield 3.99%. Profit margin 49.16%. This industry seems to be making money
quietly.
But nobody seems, because if you look at the price performance of companies in this industry, I don't want to say they are comatose, but they are just inactive.
I think it's because of antecedent. There have not been a relative performance or relative payment of a dividend that wow the market, that will draw attention to that subsector. I think what we are just saying now, they just begin to bring their head up. That is what we are saying, because what we are looking at 2021 against 2020. So by the time this performance continue, the market will be forced to look at their direction.
Don't you think that one of the problems is that there's even not the float? So this kind of equity, if you look at this result and you, because of that, go to invest your money in, by the time you see the good report and you want to bail out, it might be pretty difficult.
Well, it could be, but even when the float is not there, like we saw in academic, if a stock perform, if without the float, there could be 100,000 every day to either move the price up, to move the price down. I don't think it, because of that subsector that, like I said, there have been no news, significantly.
So the same thing is Infinity Trust Mortgage Limited.
The two of them
must
perform
their
well.
name be similar? One is Living
Trust.
Trust. One is Infinity.
Trust.
What is Infinity? What is Living? Is it not?
Because they are in mortgage, so they need to tell you that you should trust them.
Okay, from Infinity Trust and Living Trust, which one do you think is better? Not looking at the name, but their performance.
No, I think Living Trust. If you look at the performance, 131% performance in growth significantly in their interest income, then they just told you that it is managerial efficiency, and that is listed on the main board, while the other one is listed on the growth board.
And incidentally, the price of Infinity is even still relatively higher than that of Living Trust, which suggests that Living Trust looks more viable.
Because of the board that they even are and even the performance. I believe that by the time we'll be looking at this, we might even see it as one of the top gainers, because this has a very exceptional performance.
Okay, now we go to Union Bank, though we know that Titan is been announced as the preferred majority shareholder of this company, but then if someone is taking over you, does that mean that you should now stay back and now be performing woefully? 8.05% growth in their turnover, right? And then the profit after tax against a COVID year, yet declined by 9.39% from 64 kobo to 58 kobo. Okay, PE ratio 10.67. That PE ratio is not bad. I think it's because the price has not really done well too. Earnings yield 9.37%, profit margin 9.54%. Big, strong, reliable. Are they still so?
They might not be big, but they could be strong and reliable. The big might be because of this result. The big might be downplayed by the result, but they could be strong and reliable.
Okay, so any news about when Titan Bank is taking over fully?
Much has not been heard concerning that, but the only thing I noticed that in the extraordinary general meeting held on March 29, 2022, all the resolutions as contained in the notice were all approved by the shareholders.
Okay, we look